I'm only excited because I just ate.
What did you eat?
I had waffles at home.
Fuck, I'm trying to eat. I'm so hungry.
So, I was telling Jordan that I think that the love language now is imagery. That's the only way you're gonna like meet someone, or like someone's gonna be able to connect with you, or like be like, oh my god, I'm interested in them by your pictures. Like, you need a picture of like a thirst trap. You need a face picture. You need a picture of you doing an activity. You know what I mean?
Pic.
Yeah, well, not even that, but I'm saying like on social media, you need those sorts of images for people to be like, oh shit, like they're cool. I want to like hang out with them. I want to find out more about them.
100%.
You need like OnlyFans, or you don't need OnlyFans.
You don't need OnlyFans, but like that's the way that like even like Tinder, Raya, all those dating apps is all through pictures. Like you could have some information about you, but for the most part, everyone's looking at what your face looks like. But what was your other point you were trying to make that I was saying that you were incorrect?
Well, I was just saying that it's different from back in the day. Back in the day, you didn't have...
What year are you talking about? Back
like 1920s, like when everyone...
Not
like
1920s.
Like people weren't worried about the way they look, or like keeping up an image of themselves in order for people to like them.
I mean, yeah, they were. Beauty standards have been there for like since forever. Think about like...
Maybe beauty standards.
Even like, not even that. Think about like the depth of like colorism and how far as like a generation we've come. Like, think about, say you're just talking about what we would be if we lived in the 20s, okay? As like, black people.
The beauty standards would
like beauty standards were different, but to a certain extent, I don't know. It would be like I would obviously have more of a privilege or be more like.
But I'm not saying that. I'm saying
but
like,
you are talking about beauty in terms of like the 20s.
I'm saying like in terms of like the 20s, or like back in the day, like even like 60s, 70s, like.
Okay, then what are you trying to say?
You had to. It wasn't in order for people to like become attracted to you. You didn't have to like put yourself out there like that. You just had to be like walking down the street. You just
obviously, because there would be no social media. I just think
that's so crazy. I just think that's so crazy.
How? You've grown up on social media.
Because it's like. Now we have. I feel like we have to think about it so much more. We have to be like, we have to be like, oh my god, like I need to post a face pic so people know what I look like. So maybe like a man could like maybe stumble on my page.
Yo, that's how you be thinking. Not me.
Double tap that shit.
Bitch, I be posting for my own damn self. I be posting because I'm hot. I know it.
But I mean, but at the end of the day, you also want people to like be attracted to you.
Of course.
So
that's like what life is. Well, that's like what. I guess like our jobs or like life is about to a certain extent.
So I feel like now
everyone's life is about now.
So yeah, now we have to do that in order to like.
I mean, you just been realizing that now in 2020.
Yeah, because I saw someone Instagram post and I saw that they were in a relationship. So I was just like,
an entanglement.
It's not an entanglement. A relationship. So I was just like, how did they even come about? Like, obviously, both of them, you have to like go through their Instagram and just be like.
This braid's it.
You know what I mean? You just gotta be like, sad. I wonder at what point was that where each of them like, yeah, that one.
I mean, I don't know.
Like, at what point do you comment hard eyes? At what point do you like a pic? At what point? What pic do you
flirting.
like?
That's really you shooting your shot now. And like, okay, that's what you're referring to. Not just like.
Damn.
I'm using my coffee cup. Okay, there we go. But that's like what you're referring to is the fact that now flirting and all these different things of like making a move or like the first kind of conversations or even like you texting someone could even be like regarded as like a first date because you're like figuring out what you want to know before you even meet up with them.
And I feel like it wasn't like that before. It's just like so crazy.
Positive or negative?
I think that's a negative because it's like, damn. Because I was thinking about myself and I was like, I don't really have that many images of myself on my Instagram. So I'm like,
I mean, you do.
How the fuck is a man supposed to
posting content?
But like then I delete it. So I'm like, how is a boy supposed to like flirt with me or know what I look like or like all of the above if they don't know what I look like? But then it's like, I don't want to just have to post pictures of myself all the time. But then it's like, I have to if I want to find a man.
I mean,
which I want to do.
That's so, definitely you're experiencing things differently because also you're gay. And it's definitely a lot harder in the gay community to find like, I guess like a serious relationship. And there's like more like, I don't know. There's more like requirements.
But probably even
like
for
you need to find a top. Then like obviously you want to find someone who's your type and also a top, and someone who's single who's your type who's a top, and then someone who's single, your type, a top, and is trying to be in a relationship. So to find all those things and find a sexy man, you're gonna be searching. But also, I think you're limiting yourself. Like, you just search New York City in like this area, like
Because
you know what I
it's
mean?
also weird because we're in. I was thinking about it. We're also in quarantine.
Yeah, like this year's also been weird.
So it's just
because-
like how the only way to meet someone is through social media because it's like that's the only way they're gonna see you. That's the only way they're gonna be like,
True.
oh shit, because everyone's just in their house or like minding their business. So no one's like out in the street being like,
I mean,
besides me.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
So it's
I mean,
like-
I'm not even gonna compare myself or say my experience is completely.
But I mean,
different
also for women
to you.
too, you have to like you have standards and you have to like you're looking for like a man who's like, oh, he's like soft, like is he nice, like is he funny,
When is he
is he
nice?
chill, is he low key, like there's
I mean,
you
yeah,
guys have
there's
your own sort of
definitely,
set of standards.
requirements.
So dating in 2020, especially.
And then
like-
also like with social media, I don't want to find a guy who's apparent on social media. That's like not my type. Is the guy who's posting a bunch
But
of images.
that's what I'm saying. So like, what's the limit of that? Like, there's so many things you like you don't even think about when you're looking at Instagram, when you're like looking at someone, and it's just like, damn, like,
What do you mean?
like so if he like, what's the limit? Like, it's like, does the page have to be private? Does the page have for them to be like low key enough? Does it have to be like they're just posting their work? They're like not
Yeah.
posting selfies. They're not posting outfit pics. Like
I
that's
mean,
what I'm
yeah,
saying. Like dating
there's so
like
many,
that.
yeah.
Like your dating
I
is
think
also
when we were
different too.
younger, I think when I was younger, then like obviously you think things are cooler, but then once you come into like this career, it's like okay, that's not cool. Or you just like, you know, I feel like that's for a
Bitch,
lot
when
of
I was
girls,
young, I
too.
would just be like, hey. And the next thing you know, we'd be dating.
When I was young, I wanted Prince Charming, and clearly we're not gonna find a Prince Charming.
What did Taylor Swift say? I'm not a princess. This ain't a fairy tale. I'm not the one you sweep off her feet, lead her
I know
up
nothing
the
about that.
stairwell.
Doing my business.
It's Love Story or like
That's not love story.
or 15 by Taylor Swift.
Oh, I only know the chorus. Cause when you're 50, is that how it goes?
Yeah, but
And
that
somebody
but that
tells
part.
you they love
I'm not
you,
your princess.
you almost
This ain't a fairy tale.
believe it.
I'm not the one you sweep off her feet and lead her up the stair. Like damn, Taylor Swift. She was
She was
right.
ahead of her time.
She was writing in that song.
She was
I just
crying.
think that's crazy. That's all. That's all.
No,
really
I
want to
mean,
say.
it is
I just think
crazy.
that's fucking weird.
I think it's crazy. I think it's fucked up.
Because it's like when we even when
It's
we go
harder
out,
to find genuine love now.
even when we go out, we're not like we can't like the way we examine men on the street is even different because it's just like you're the way because it's like we're used to seeing people on social media, so it's like before we even look at them or after we look at them, we're like, I have to find their social media to like interrogate what the fuck they're about.
I mean, 100%. That's
So
like
it's
the
like-
first thing. If I see a guy or whatever, the first thing I'm doing is asking for his Instagram so I can see what kind of like social
So,
media
yeah.
presence he has. Because then it's also about finding out if he's like a genuine person and if he's like down to like, I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you find out these things if you just don't even like meet them?
I mean, and before, okay, what you're also saying is like it was different back in the day. Yeah, before, like say when our parents would have met or whatever, it would have been like word of mouth, like your mom or our mom, my mom being like, oh, what is he like? To
Oh,
like
true,
other
true,
friends,
true.
and then like
True,
figuring
true,
out,
true,
you know what I
true,
mean?
true.
Somebody else who dated him and like their mutual friend is like my mom's friend, you know what I mean? And being like, what's he like this and
Sure.
that.
I mean, that still happens. That still.
I mean, it
happens.
does still happen.
But we are also
But now
in
it's like,
charge of our word
I
of
can
mouth.
find out everything about somebody within like 10,
But
20
based on
minutes
what they want
based
you to
on
know.
social media. Also based on what they want you to know, but then like also through like word of mouth, like mutual friends. And like tag pictures. Come on, I'm sorry, but like
With the
I've
tag-
been finding out
Yeah,
some
you find
bullshit.
the ex-girlfriend,
or
you find
tag, yeah, I'm
the
telling
friend
you.
group.
I'll be on his ex-girlfriend's cousin sister's page within like this. And then I'll be like, oh shit, here we go. Then I know everything.
Oh my god.
Or Facebook, come on. People be putting, oh, we're slipping. Bye. I'm like,
I don't know.
but we be finding out, I be putting out information from Facebook. Come on.
I don't get on Facebook anymore.
No, but I have one.
Wow.
So nice.
McGuire.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Well, yeah, life sucks. It's hard to find love. I don't think I'm ever gonna find. I don't think I actually
Not in
want to
quarantine.
find.
Not in quarantine.
Not even that. I don't think I actually wanna. I'm not driven anymore by wanting to find like a husband.
Well,
or, like,
that's because you're
marriage.
an Aquarius, so you're afraid of
I'm
commitment.
like over it. I am afraid of commitment. But I'm like
that's
over
another
it
story
now.
for another
But
day.
I think that. No, but I think if you're like looking at that, it's
when
like
someone told me that,
what?
because I was like, I wonder like how do you flirt with an Aquarius, and you just honestly.
But I am afraid. Think about. I've always been in like.
They like can't do commitment.
I've always been in like almost 2-year relationships, and then before it's over, I always break up.
But
with
that's
them.
just so crazy that that's what it is. That's the key. Like, I didn't realize it. I didn't put a word to it. But when someone said that, I was like, damn, commitment. That's
Commitment.
That's actually
No,
like,
because think about it. I like can't imagine.
Is that
I
Mr.
literally
Big?
can't imagine myself being with somebody for like a long time. I don't visualize myself having like a soulmate. Like I've always visualized myself with kids, but never with like a husband. Like it's
That's
so
so
weird.
weird.
It's so weird. I can't.
I
think
vision
about
myself
It.
with a soulmate.
Really?
And
I don't think
not
I have
kids.
a soulmate.
Slipping again.
I've met so many men. I don't think that one of them is for me.
Slipping in.
You're why is your
Y'all see my teeth coming in? This side is just like, it's here. Look at that.
But I think that's maybe why we're different. Like whenever I'm always dating somebody. Like I'm always like seeing somebody or just like I have somebody around. Not necessarily that I want to. It's just like I guess comforting. But then with you when you
Not
don't
even
have
that. I think
somebody,
I
it's
think
like you're always like looking for it. But I'm like I don't care for it even if I have it. I'm almost like ungrateful for it. You know
but
what I mean?
it's very different because you could just conversate with them and then they either fall for you or fall for them because they're just flirty.
True.
I mean, air signs are just flirty people. What can we say?
I mean, true.
Basically, we're
But
all
I
not
mean,
gonna
honestly,
find love
we're just not
until
gonna find.
quarantine's over.
Also,
maybe.
like we should normalize not even having to find love. Like I
Okay,
think that
I'm not saying we have to
you're-
normalize it, but I'm saying because I'm looking for it. That when I'm looking for it, these are
I think
these
because
are
you're
the
looking
things.
for it, you're not finding it.
But I'm saying like when you are, even when you're not, like I'm saying like, just like I'm trying to not and appear to not on social media. So like people look at me.
But you say it in every single video.
Oh fuck yeah! I'm looking.
So you're not, yeah, you like, I'm looking. This whole video is about the fact that you're looking, okay? You're like, I'm not trying to say it. Yeah, you already said it, bitch. Everyone knows.
Me dropping hints, I'm single.
Literally. This whole video is just a fucking huge hint drop.
But no, not even that. It's just crazy.
just
I'm
kidding.
just like, what the fuck? Like that's just the way you have to present yourself now. It's just so different. Because I would have probably thrived back in the day. I would have been like, I'm just walking down the street. I'm a bad bitch. Oh shit.
In the 20s, bitch.
Not in the
Not being gay. Being gay wasn't legal.
Okay,
Even the 60s,
I'm just-
70s.
okay,
I know, but
I'm just
I know.
saying. I'm just
But I'm
saying.
saying if you like, okay, yeah, if you were like a woman back in that time.
I'm not a
You'd be
woman.
out
I
there,
could be a
like,
man.
vibing. I know, but girl, they were doing conversion therapy back there. for
I'm not
gay
saying
people.
gay. I'm just saying like in general, like back in the
Oh,
day,
you were
like
dating women?
yeah, like if I was dating in general, I would probably be better
You
off.
probably would be dating women back then, honestly.
I'd probably be better off back then because you could just walk down the street and just make eye contact.
But also, like,
or, like, see
that
someone out
wasn't
on
a
a
thing.
bar.
I don't think you would just make.
Oh,
I don't
maybe
think
I'll
it
be
was
watching
that
TV.
easy.
I'll be
I don't think you'd be walking down the street and be like, oh shit, who that man?
I'll be watching television.
Not television.
I'll be
You didn't have color TV back then too.
But I'm
Shit.
saying now, I'll be
20s.
watching TV. Like, that's where my
Oh.
imagination comes from.
I'm screaming. I mean,
That's all.
that's all.
Yeah, that's it. It's fucking 15 minutes.
Yeah, for what? I mean, might as well just go to 15 now. We're only at 13.
What else is there to say? There's nothing else.
I don't know. I'll be chatting, Kathy. I can keep it going.
I know.
Well, you shouldn't have got me started.
Bye, guys.